At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, one picture has set the internet buzzing. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin sitting side by side in a limousine, laughing, talking, and exuding a comfort level rarely seen between world leaders. What made it even more symbolic was the fact that Putin actually waited for Modi so they could ride together, a gesture that itself speaks volumes about the equation these two leaders share. And if that was not enough, reports suggest that even after they reached their destination, they stayed back inside the car, still immersed in their conversation, as if the outside world could wait, but their dialogue could not be interrupted. Now, what does this tell us? First, it showcases the kind of chemistry and mutual trust both leaders have built over the years. From defense deals to energy partnerships, India and Russia have had a long history of cooperation, and this limousine moment added a new layer of personal warmth to it. But let's not forget, this is not just about symbolism, this is about strategy. When two global heavyweights sit in a closed space talking for that long, they're not discussing the weather or on the dinner. The most likely topic hovering in that car must have been China. Why? Because the most untrusted, or should we say the dragon, in the SU room is always China. With America's tariff war and trade barriers pushing China to look for new friends, Beijing is playing a clever game of cozying up to both India and Russia. But here's the catch. Both Modi and Putin know that China's friendships comes with a big condition apply sign. Today the dragon may pretend to be calm, but let's not forget this dragon can vomit fire anytime, burning bridges with the very partners it shakes hands with. Sarcasm aside, both India and Russia are aware that their long-term interests don't always align with China's aggressive expansionist agenda. Modi, coming from a country that has had border tensions and military standoffs with Beijing, cannot ignore the fact that trust with China is thinner than ice in summer. Putin too, while leaning on China for economic support post-Western sanctions, knows that Moscow cannot afford to put all eggs in the Chinese basket. So what better way than to align discreetly with India, which offers stability, a large market, and geopolitical balance? This limousine chat may have very well been about how to handle the unpredictability of the Chinese dragon and how to ensure that India and Russia are not blindsided by any sudden moves from Beijing. Remember, in geopolitics, optics matter. The picture of Modi and Putin together in that limousine is not just going viral for its friendly vibes. It is being decoded as a message to the West that Russia is not isolated, a message to Beijing that India and Russia can hold private talks without the dragon's ears in the room, and a message to the world that New Delhi and Moscow still have a special bond, no matter how much global alignments are shifting. The SCO Summit itself is designed as a platform for regional cooperation, but often ends up being a stage where China tries to project its dominance. In that backdrop, Modi and Putin's togetherness inside a limousine becomes a counter-narrative, a reminder that even in forums where China tries to set the agenda, two seasoned leaders can sit back, close the doors, and perhaps discuss how to manage the very country that's pretending to be everyone's friend. And let's not underestimate the timing. With tariff wars reshaping trade routes, AI bubbles shaking tech markets, and the US pushing hard for India's partnership, Putin's move to walk shoulder to shoulder with Modi looks like a carefully calculated diplomatic embrace. It also signals to Beijing that if it plays too many double games, India and Russia can tighten their bond together, making China's balancing act far more difficult. So the viral limousine picture is not just about bromance between two leaders, it's a subtle power play, a reminder that friendship in geopolitics are not written in stone. They are written in the sand, shifting, evolving, and strategic. And while China may be smiling today, thinking it has India and Russia on its side against Western tariffs, Modi and Putin know better. They know the dragon can vomit fire anytime, and when it does, the warmth of their limousine chemistry may just be the fire extinguisher they will need. This is not just a picture from the SCO Summit, this is a snapshot of global politics in motion. What do you think about this entire episode? Please tell me in the comment section. Bye bye.